Hello YouTube and welcome to Bumleg Books. My name's Jennifer. This month I read 5 books. Now that's not a big number, but the first half of the month I had finals and all that school stuff, and then the holidays came and I was able to really dig into some books. So while I only read 5 books, there were some really good books in the mix. Today I'm going to be reviewing those. By the way, please ignore the weird sounds in the background as someone is literally sawing logs. I went on Facebook and I asked my friends, what books do you think I should read first? One of the books that was recommended was this, The Program by Suzanne Young. This book, the concept was genius. It was a really interesting concept. It was about a dystopian, I guess, kind of world where suicide has become a national epidemic. And it is seen as contagious. It is seen as untreatable except for with the program. The program is something, there's a lot of mystery surrounding what exactly happens. All that they know is that when you go to the program, you come back and you don't have any of your memories. They basically wipe the slate clean so that you have nothing to be depressed about to want to commit suicide. Sloane is the girl and James is her boyfriend. It's from the point of view of Sloane. They're both in high school and basically they are surrounded by these people that work for the program called handlers. And the handlers monitor behaviors and attitudes in the teens to see if they show any signs of having the epidemic. So all of the people are really on edge and really sure to hide their emotions and to try not to cause any drama or show that they're upset by anything because they're scared of getting sent to the program. I can say that this book was really fast-paced. It really kept my attention the entire time. I wanted to keep reading, and the story along the way was not the best because I found myself getting annoyed with the main characters because they were very codependent. It was like they could only survive if the other one survived. They were very much dependent on each other to be happy. And I don't like books where, especially young girls, they feel like they must have their boyfriend in order to live. And I just don't think that's not a story that I identify with, and I don't like it. So that was a little annoying to me, the desperation. But other than that, I thought it was a good book. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. So the next book I read was by one of my favorite authors, Nick Hornby. This is not a YA book, but I think that it's lighthearted enough where pretty much I wouldn't say any age, because it's not a kid's book, okay? There's some naughty stuff on it here and there. I mean, for YA, I think it's fine. It's called How to Be Good, and it follows a woman named Katie who is married. She's a doctor. She sees herself as a good person. She's a mom. She doesn't go above and beyond in any aspect of her life, but she does what she's supposed to do, or she thinks she's supposed to do. Her husband David is he's a jerk, basically. He complains about everything. He talks crap about everyone. He even has a column in the local newspaper as the angriest man in Holloway, which is the town they live in. And one day he comes home and suddenly he's a changed man because he meets this guru type person. And he becomes enlightened and he comes to know what it means to be a good person. But it's almost to the extreme. He's inviting people to live in their house. He's doing all these things. And the woman's just like, I thought I was a good person, but I'm not willing to sacrifice all this crap that he's willing to sacrifice. So it's pretty funny. Another thing I really like about Nick Hornby, and this is just a personal preference, is that he writes in a way where you can tell that it's British. It really immerses you into the UK culture rather than American. However, the end of this book, I had to freaking Google because it doesn't tell you what happens. The end of the book is basically a giant middle finger to the reader because I don't know what that's... Just read this. Tell me, please read this book and comment what you think the last sentence means because I don't understand. Even Google did not help me at all. There was a few little theories, but it ain't helped me no way, okay? So I need you to read this book, and I need you to comment what the last line means, because I'm at a loss. Overall, I give this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So the next book I read, I don't have a physical copy of because I downloaded it from my library, and I put the ebook on my Kindle app on my phone. Let me see, I can't remember how to pronounce her name. I read Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. I'm not sure how to say it. I'll put it in the description box and you can figure it out from there. Basically, it follows a girl named Lena who is from Lithuania, and her family, under the orders of Joseph Stalin, is ordered to leave and are transported to Siberia. It's historical fiction. It is a very moving book. I cried a lot in multiple scenes. I recommend for anybody to read this. The descriptions, the imagery, it was all very beautiful. The character development was excellent. It reminded me a lot of the tone. If you've ever read The Book Thief, the tone is similar there. Obviously, it's not written from the point of death like The Book Thief was, but that's also an excellent book, by the way. So I give Between Shades of Grey 5 out of 5 stars. I will read this again. It was so good, and I really hope they make a movie about it. Although I don't know if I could handle it because just reading it was stressful enough. So the last 2 books I'll kind of review together. I read Tricks by Ellen Hopkins, and then the sequel to that, which was called Traffic. All the ones I've read are written in verse like this. So they look really thick, but I mean, with that amount of words on each page, it's a really fast read, and they're always really good. These were both very good, very graphic, so they could possibly be triggers. These are basically about sex trafficking of teenagers, male and female, not necessarily just about sex trafficking involuntarily, but people that get into the sex industry willingly at a young age, and the effects that can have, how that evolves into drug use, and other long-term consequences. It follows, how many people? 5 young people, and each book follows the same 5 people. The first book I honestly liked better. I felt that it was much more fast-paced. It was much more disturbing because I guess, and I like disturbing books, okay, I'm sorry. But in the first book, they're still really in the thick of it. And in this book, they're starting to, get back on track. So, I don't know. Most people like a happy ending. I don't necessarily always like a happy ending. Not that they all have happy endings by any means. The only thing I didn't like about these books was that I felt like they were too obviously trying to get a message across. Which, yes, sex trafficking is something that we need a message to get across about because it shouldn't be happening in this world. But I don't like it whenever books blatantly spell out the moral of the story. Let me figure it out on my own. I promise you I can handle it, okay? But I love Ellen Hopkins. I love all of her books. I give this book 4 stars and this book 3.7. They were both good though. Whoa. So yeah, thanks, you made it. Thank you for watching my first video on this channel. I plan to do many more. Next week I plan to post my to be read for January. Please comment some suggestions of what you think I should read. That would be greatly appreciated. Seriously, leave me suggestions, okay? Bye!